guys, this is Kelly. I am back with another process video. This layout is using the gorgeous Malibu kit from Citrus Twist Kit. It is their May kit, and the cut file is a National Scrapbook Day exclusive that is available on the website. So if you haven't seen their new website, check it out. It is gorgeous. The design is simpler, easier to use, and it's just a beautiful website. So I am going to just show a couple of layers on this heart. It gets tedious, I know, to watch, but I like to keep a little bit of the process in because I feel like, you know, sometimes I can remember things that may have been a struggle or what I was thinking, but no one wants to see, you know, me back the entire heart with these patterns. So for me, the main thing when I'm choosing these patterns is that I wanted to try to keep a rule of thirds on this page. And, you know, at this point I wasn't sure if I was going to do every other ray or just fill in all of the rays. And I decided that because I had so many pattern papers that I liked, that I was going to go ahead and fill in all of the rays. And I wanted to then make sure that the colors were balanced somewhat across the heart or around the heart, and I'm going to try to have like the triangle of three, the rule of thirds when it comes to this heart, having, you know, different pattern papers in 3 different places around the heart, not necessarily following an order, but just trying to make sure there is a balance to the papers as well. Now this piece of pattern paper is from Pineapple Crush, which is Heidi Swap's newest collection, and it is so pretty. I like the flamingos on the one side, and of course I'm a big fan of polka dots. And I did not use the flamingos on this page, but the polka dots were the perfect amount of contrast to this heart, bringing that bit of the black, as well as just helping to keep the heart feeling light and airy. Now the last thing that I am going to do with the heart that I do not show on camera is I'm going to put the pink tool behind the mini heart inside the heart, if that makes sense. In the main kit, we got this gorgeous pink tool, and I cut up a few squares and layered it behind the heart. And I will say that I did hot glue the tool to the heart. The liquid glue kind of worked, and maybe if I had let it sit and, you know, put something on it to weigh it down, it would have been fine. But I was in a bit of a hurry and I really wanted to get this page done. So I have this photo of my mom and myself, and I'm going to back it with this Project Life card. I can't remember what the phrase says right here, but it was a pretty decent phrase, and I thought maybe I could work it onto a page at some point. And so I'm just going to use my craft knife and trim it out so that, you know, when I go to make another project with this kit, if I want to use it, or if, you know, it fits the page, I can use it. You know, because it's being covered up on the other side, it didn't matter that I, you know, trimmed it out. And I like to make sure that my kit goes as far as I can make it go. So I am going to offset the heart just a little bit on the page. I don't often do that, but I really wanted to do it this time, and I'm just playing around with some of the other pieces. This is actually from a Project Life card that I trimmed down as well. I thought I was going to use it, but I end up not because those sweet little birds are going to make an appearance on my page. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone that has followed me for any length of time. I love the little birds, and I am going to put one of the birds up where that label is, or the tab. So I'm just going through and trying to find some things that I want to use on the page. When I saw this sticker from Pinkfresh, I thought you could not have made a more perfect sticker for this layout. It says, "We are in this together." This photo is one that I took of me and my mom. It's very recent. It's actually, at the time that this layout comes up, it'll probably have been about a week and a half ago. I just helped move her into assisted living, and you know, it's been a struggle. It's been difficult, but it's also been definitely the best thing that could have happened for her. She definitely needed to go. And even with all of the not so good things, there are definitely some good things that have come about with this. So I can say that, and I can just, for me at least, knowing that she's safe is a huge, huge blessing. So I have decided that I'm liking the way this is coming together. I don't want to play around anymore. I want to start getting some things stuck down because I don't have as much time to scrapbook lately. I'm trying to help get my mom's house up on the market in a couple of weeks, and I've got that going on. Plus, she still is needing me, and right now the commute is still an hour when I go and come back. So a lot of my spare crafty time is just not there. And that's okay because it's a season and it will pass, and that's just the way life goes. So these flower die cuts, they are in the Project Life kit. I subscribe to that kit as well just because I love several of the exclusives that come in that kit. I use the Project Life cards as paper layers behind my photo frequently, or I will trim them out and use their phrases. And for this, I'm using, these are the exclusive die cuts that came in the kit, and I love flowers as well. And I thought that the pinks, oranges, and the teals really just helped bring out all the colors that I chose to back the heart with. So I am using some pop dots underneath the flowers, just on part of it. The picture, I had to put a little bit of foam. I cut a triangle of foam out. I'm not sure if you saw that. I was talking about something else. But I put a triangle of foam under the left lower corner because with all of the stitching on the heart and then the tulle and the hot glue, it did add some dimension to that heart. So it was not sitting straight or sitting flush to the page. So by putting the pop dots on the flowers, it allowed the parts of the flower to rest flush on the photo, which is what I like. And then it also just added some more dimension onto the page. So I went back to the Pinkfresh Studio stickers and found a couple of other phrases that worked well. The one that is my second favorite is what feels like the end is often the beginning. And I just thought that it worked so well on this page. And the other one is your story is a gift. And I'm going to move that your story is a gift into the upper cluster with the flowers that I haven't adhered down just yet. So I know that I want to use those beautiful aqua puffy alphas for my title, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to say or what I'm going to title it, and eventually I will come to the title today because I'm going to let it be the whole title saying today, what feels like the end is often the beginning. I felt like it worked well together, and it fit the space beautifully. And sometimes it's about finding things that just happen to work well. So I'm going to go ahead and get these stuck down, and I off camera will stitch through the puffy stickers. They felt pretty stuck down, but I just wanted to make sure that they were not going to move anywhere. Plus I always love the the subtle effects of stitching, and I feel like it just brings another added layer of interest to the page. So I am going to trim down the sticker just a little bit. It was a little long and it was going to hang off the heart, and I felt like if it hung off the heart it would just not have the right balance. So I wanted to make sure that it looked balanced, and just by trimming off those little bits I felt like it just fit the space better. So don't be afraid to, trim things down, make them work for what you're using them as, whether it be the Project Life card or your phrase stickers. So I'm just using the glue, and I'm going to go ahead and stick down those flowers. Like I said, at this point the page was really coming together pretty quickly. I was loving the way it was coming together, and it was exactly what I needed. You know, I've said before time and time again, and I'll say it again, and I hope you guys don't get sick of this, but scrapping really is my therapy. And, you know, for me to be able to get this page done, it just, you know, it just made me feel better about what's going on, because there's a lot of things that I haven't really spoken about, you know, that are going on. And if you've been in the situation, you kind of understand, or at least you have an idea of some of these things. And, you know, maybe at one point I will, you know, do something a little more personal, like a traveler's notebook that goes into more depth about what's going on. But I haven't decided. I don't know if I want to do it or not. And I think the big reason holding me up is because I don't know that I necessarily want my kids to know everything that has happened, if that makes sense. So anyway, the last couple of details that I'm going to be doing, I thought I was pretty much done, but then I come back and I decided that what I wanted to do was that I needed to balance off the heart on this side, on the left-hand side of the layout. So I just trimmed off 1/2 inch, and I'm just taking my distress tool and distressing the edges of the pattern paper just a little bit, and then running my fingernail through it. I wanted to definitely have that, the rough edges to show. I didn't want to cut it, and I didn't really want to tear it. I felt like this way it could be much more textured for me to do it this way than if I just tore it. And I really wanted that texture. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm going to use my mat. This is why I love my mat, is I can put that piece of, you know, the strip of pattern paper there, and I can line it up with my cardstock and get the perfect 12-inch square. And then again, like I said, off camera, I am going to stitch down that side and add a little bit of twine to the tag. So that's it. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day and have enjoyed this.